Dr. Wilson, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit and ask you, just tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, I'd be glad to. I've been in local ministry as a worship pastor for about 35 years. I was working in a church here in McKinney, been in McKinney about 30 years, and thought I would always be a local minister in the church. And one day someone came by the church and was homeless, and found out that she had aged out of foster care and didn't really know what that was, and found out that at age 18 she could no longer stay in foster care and ended up on the street. And at that moment I started looking at the possibilities of changing and doing something different and trying to help these kids that were homeless. As I began to talk to people, I realized that we needed to do something about the homeless kids that were in North Texas. And as you look around and you see the resource, I caught myself driving down 75 and looking on the left and the right and seeing all the buildings and all the growth that was taking place. And I thought, there's no reason that we should have homeless teenagers in North Texas. We should have enough resource and people that care to come together and make a difference.
How did Direction61.3 arise from your vision?
Well, I've spread the news. I had 2 or 3 people that were working with me, some great people that have a missional mindset and want to make a difference. And as the word got out, someone called me one day and said, I've heard what you guys are trying to do. We have a home, and we would like to donate that home to your organization and help get things started. And that was the catalyst. That's what started things. That's what helped us to move to a new level of reaching the homeless youth. And that's when we began Oak Creek Place. And it's our first home. The vision is to have a network of homes, because we realize one home is not going to meet the need that's there. And there are multiple needs and multiple demographics of kids that age out of foster care, from pregnant young girls to young men. And so our vision is to help reach the different needs and the different demographics of the homeless population.
So Dr. Wilson, I've heard about the More Than Bricks campaign. Is that the expansion for Oak Creek Place? And tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we're very excited about the expansion project for Oak Creek Place. It's called More Than Bricks. It's an effort to create the extra space that we need for our residents, and we're asking people to help us in 3 areas. We've met with some contractors, and the contractors are working with us to secure donations and materials. We're asking some contractors to help us find labor, people that will come and do the work, that are professionals and semi-professionals that will just help us out with the labor. And then of course we're asking for cash donations, where if we have a shortfall in some type of area such as framing or lumber and we can't find that, we have cash donations, then we can pool all of those resources together and help us accomplish this capital campaign of More Than Bricks.
How long do you expect the More Than Bricks campaign to exist? Or
ideally, I'd love for it to finish by September 1. If we can have the campaign complete by September 1 and have the building done by September 1 of this year, it would allow us to get residents in a little bit late for the start of school. Some of our residents are still going to high school. Some of them will go to Collin College or to a trade school. But if we can have it complete by September 1, many of them can start a week or 2 late and we'll still be okay.
You mentioned something I'd like to ask you about, and that is you've got young women that are some that are in high school, some that are in college, and some that I assume they're even starting their careers. Could you tell us a little bit about the types of support you give these young women as they're making the transition from foster care into life?
Okay, it's a multifaceted approach. We try to help them with life skills, teach them certain things like cooking and cleaning and filling out a job application, getting your driver's license. Many of them don't have Social Security cards or even birth certificates, so they have to have those first in order to be able to get a job. We also help them with emotional support. They've had traumatic experiences in their life, many of them, and we try and help them with support emotionally and with some counseling. We give them spiritual support. I lead a group time 2 to 3 times a month. It's a great time. We take them out to eat, and we have some fun experiences with them because they need a sense of community. We try to connect them there. One of the most important things we want to do for our residents is to help them get an education, a good education. And if they can get a high school education first, many of them don't have that, get the high school education, and then let them determine what would be their next steps. Would they want to get a vocational degree, a technical degree? Would they like a 4-year degree? And then we will support them as long as they want to pursue some type of degree.
Dr. Wilson, what are the plans for the future of Oak Creek Place?
We would like to expand the number of beds that we're able to provide at Oak Creek Place. Currently we can house 3 young women plus the house mom, and the house mom has a master suite separate to her own. By expanding what we have right now and adding 1,300 square feet, that will give us 2,900 square feet, and we'll be able to add 4 more bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a laundry room, and increase our capacity to 5 residents plus the house mom if we need it.
Tell us how you came up with the name Direction61.3.
Well, when we acquired the house, we didn't have a name. We thought, what do we call this? And we wanted it to be intentional. We wanted it to have meaning and significance. And of course, as you look at the property, we have 60-foot oak trees throughout the property, and then there's a creek that runs in the back. And then we wanted to have spiritual significance. So as we searched the scriptures, we looked at the Bible, we came across the perfect scriptures, Isaiah 61:3. And at the end of that reference, it says that we will plant them like oaks of righteousness to be a display for God's glory. And that's exactly what we try to do. We want to plant these young women as adults in community so that they thrive and they make it in society, but that they have a faith and they have support that they need to be successful in life. And that's why we came up with Oak Creek Place.
So we're standing inside the addition of Oak Creek Place, and Dr. Wilson's going to tell us a little bit about this new addition that we're doing with the More Than Bricks campaign.
When we looked at the expansion, one of the things that we wanted to do was be very, very intentional about what type of floor plan that we provided. One of the things that we've learned is that these young women need their own space. They need to have their own room. So we chose to have 4 separate bedrooms. We'll have 2 bathrooms, Jack and Jill type design. We need a new laundry room. Right now, the laundry room is in the garage, so they have to go outside of the house to get to the laundry room. And so all of that will be changed. Then there will be a study area for them to have kiosks where they can do computer work and lab work and receive mentoring and tutoring at that time. So we're excited about it. It's 1,300 square feet. As mentioned earlier, it will expand the total property or the total floor plan to 2,900 square feet.
So Dr. Wilson, tell us, how can we get involved in helping Direction61.3 and helping Oak Creek Place?
Well, there are several ways that people can get involved. First off, they can donate their time, and we have work days, we have different volunteer opportunities for events, or even helping administratively at the office. So if they want to come and volunteer in that capacity, that's great. Also donations. If people want to go online and donate, that would be a great way to help out. And they can donate funds towards the organization. They can help connect us to other people. We are looking for contractors and people that can help us with the building project. If they're not able to contribute themselves, they may know someone that might want to be a part of this financially. This is a Christian-based organization, and prayer is a big part of what we do. And I don't want to diminish that in any way. We encourage that. We ask for people to pray specifically for our residents. They need all the support they can get, and so many times we act as though it's all up to us when we know that so much of their success is based on what God can do in their lives. And so we ask people, pray for our residents, pray for our staff, pray for God to open doors. Our vision is much bigger than 1 home, 2 homes. We would like to have a network of homes so that we can meet the ever-growing need of kids that age out of foster care.